Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we're going to move on from morphology to syntax. So we're gonna talk about the basic concept of syntax, such as syntactic form, syntactic classes, syntactic function, and also a syntactic analysis. So before we continue, I would like to explain what is syntax. Syntax is one of a linguistic branch that study about how words are arranged to form phrases, clauses, or even sentence. For example, there is a sentence, John went to the movies. The second one is John went to the movies and ate popcorn. The third one is John went to the movies, ate popcorn, and drank a cola. So from example 1 to example 3 shows the expand of sentence can be represented by speaker knowledge of syntax. So next we're gonna talk about syntactic form. So syntactic form refers to a grammatical structure or shape of a unit in a sentence. So forms tell us about what kind of phrase is it. For example, so phrase is a group of words that build around the head. For example, we have noun phrase, so the head is noun, obviously. For example, the little boy. Second one, we have verb phrase, the head is verb. For example, is running. The third one, we have preposition phrase, the head is preposition. For example, in the dark. The fourth one, we have adjective phrase, the head is adjective. For example, very smart. And the fifth is adverb phrase, the head is adverb. For example, too quickly. Next one, we have clauses. So clauses is a unit that contains subject and predicate. There are two types of clauses. The first one is independent clauses that can stand alone. For example, the cat slept. The second one, we have dependent clauses or subordinate clause. It cannot stand alone. For example, because she was tired. Next, we're gonna talk about syntactic classes. So syntactic classes are the categories of words or part of speech. There are two types of classes, syntactic classes. The first one is content or open classes. They can add new members. For example, noun like cat, house, people, car, and then verb like talk, walk, eat, sleep. Next we have adjective like smart, pretty, tall, hot. And then we have adverb like tomorrow, always, very, and quickly. Next we have functional or open class. Usually they don't add new members. For example, like determiners, and determiners such as articles, demonstratives, and quantifiers. Next we have auxiliaries. The function is to help verbs. For example, is, have, can, and will. Next we have preposition express relation. For example, like in, at, on, under, with. Next we have pronouns. They stand in noun phrase. For example, she, he, it, they, we. And the last we have conjunction. The function is to link words, phrases, or even clauses. For example, because, and, however, although, and etc. Next, additionally, only noun can be a pair with before determiners. For example, the boy, the book, and the little girl. And then only verb can be a pair after auxiliary. For example, like is running. Next, in morphology, s indicates plural for nouns. For example, cats, dogs. And then ed indicates past tense for verbs. For example, played and walked, something like that. Next, we're moving on to syntactic functions. So function means the grammatical role of a sentence in a sentence. So it tells us what role does the phrase play. For example, the first one we have subject. So subject used to who or what the sentence is about. Usually it's a noun phrase and it appears before verb phrase. For example, my friend is studying. My friend is subject. Next we have predicate. It's the action of subject and it's usually a verb phrase. For example, my friend is studying. Studying is predicate. Next we have object. So object is who or what gets the action. Usually appear after verb phrase and it's usually noun phrase. For example, she reads a book. A book is object. Next we have complement. So it gives more information and it's needed to complete the meaning in sentence. For example, she is a teacher. A teacher is necessary because without that the sentence feels incomplete. And last we have modifier. It functions to add extra details. It's optional actually, but it tells us more about the time, the place, or even the manner. For example, they will meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is the modifier. And last we have syntactic analysis. So that means it's to break down a sentence into their classes, their form, and their function. So for example, there is a word, the cat played in the park. The cat played in the park. So the is determiners, specifically articles. Cat is noun. Played is verb. The cat played. In is preposition. The is articles and park is noun. That is the classes. The form is they have three types actually. The first one is noun phrase. The cat is made of that articles and noun. And the second one we have a verb phrase, which is played in the park. But verb phrase is made of verb and preposition phrase. So the preposition phrase is in the park. And preposition is made up of preposition plus noun phrase. Next, the function. The cat function as subject, and played in the park function as predicate. But like I said, played in the cat is verb phrase, but it's made up of preposition phrase. So verb plus preposition phrase. So in the preposition phrase function as modifier. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you very much.